Hey there, it's bootsowen here. This will be a short update video for a Sunday afternoon. I've recently suddenly found a load of vacuum cleaners. For some reason, everybody seems to be getting rid of them. Here's a little Murphy Richards, I think, was it? A pod, yeah, Murphy Richards. What model number is that? 73121. That one is full of water. I don't think it's going to go again. I just wanted to have a look at the motor on it, so I took it apart. I think it's for the scrap. Dyson Dc07, I think. Dc07 Origin. I've had a look at this. I've put a new belt on it. I'll have to put a video up about that. I think I've actually cleaned this out already. I put up a video about that. It's alright, but on the back, what's catching me out is that when you take off that, and then you click this thing and lift that up, that hose is broken. So I'm not sure, it's broken at the end, so I might just be able to take a few turns out of it and snap it back together. Don't know. If I can, I will, because I'd rather keep things working. Over here, oh, put that back. Oh, I've done that wrong somehow. Over here, an air steerable ultra light reach Vax. Don't know what model number that is actually. I've cleaned out the brush on this. It was covered up and caked up in hair. This one doesn't have a cable on it, so I'm presumed it was thrown out and that's the end of that. But I don't know if it is. It's missing a lot of its accessories, so I'm not really sure if it's worth doing anything with. And I don't like these ones that have the handle, especially like these upright ones. I really don't much like these upright ones at all, but I do think these carpet cleaning brushes are a good idea, so I kind of think I might like to have one for myself. This one's missing all its accessories, as I said. I don't like the way the hose snaps in up here and then you have to use that as a lance. It's a bit stupid, but that's the design they are. An older one here, a 2000 watt, which is quite high in terms of vacuum cleaners, and it might be the one I want for doing carpets. A Panasonic. It's an old bagged model, but the bag that's in it is clean and new looking, which gives me faith that it might be okay. This is an MCUG304. It's a bit dusty, but I know I've plugged it in, the brushes work, but it wasn't soaked. So, well, how does this work? And it's got this thing here, the hose comes out the back, and that's meant to click onto over here, I think. It's meant to click on over there, that hose stays there. Cable's alright. It's got a brush accessory on the back, and it's got its extension nozzle there, so it's kind of all there, this one. So I plugged this out, and I have a feeling that's why it's not working, and that's why it was thrown out. So that should be an easy fix. Again, welcome to the world of idiots who can't be bothered. I think it's more that people just think this is an old model. I don't want it. It's too big. It's too heavy. This one was thrown out with this one. This is a little Vax Power Pet. It doesn't have its poles and head with it, but it does have its hose. And then I did this, click, looked in there, and if it's not working, it's probably because it looks like there's a lollipop stick or a cotton bud and a load of other crap stuck in there. They have taken the time to clean out this, but it's quite dusty. That's an easy wash. There's a filter up on top there. It's looking a bit grim. Likewise, that filter there. So it looks like someone's done something stupid with this, but what it is, I don't know. What's that one? Vax Power Pet. Probably is a model number somewhere. Let's have a look at that. Vax CCM BPV 1P1. That's an easy one to remember. 800 watts. So like it's weird because this one's 800 watts and quite like a basic model. It's just, you know, there's nothing there other than the motor in the back. There's probably a filter somewhere in there, is there? Those wheels just run around like that. Don't know. Might have a look at this in more detail in another video. Then someone's been asking, or a few people actually have been asking about Henry. This is Henry with the high-low, and the high isn't working or the low isn't working, one or the other. So I'm gonna take Henry apart and just bypass it. I think that's what's been recommended, and I think that's the simplest thing to do. But I think I might do some more tests on it first. Some of these things take me weeks to get around to, so yeah, leave me a bit of time on that one. See what happens. The other things I've been up to out in the shed recently are my bicycle lights. So I found that the best thing in terms of bicycle lights is to have really big ones that are red. So I've made up a few different lights. Now I haven't made this up, this is just straight off the back of a train, but I've made up a new bracket for it. I don't know if I've posted another video about this, but this is a Dorman light, BRT LN3/R or 55/050319. These used to clip onto the back of trains and with a different type of bracket. They run on 2 lamp batteries, so 2 of these guys, but they'll also run on one of them, which is pretty cool because I was carrying around twice as much weight. They're a really clever thing, and I might make a video on these. You can get the internal diagrams and the layout diagrams and all for them because they're a standard railway model. The switch feels mechanical and it feels a clunk when you turn it, but it's actually, it has a little gate inside that blocks a little light switch, like a switch that uses light to tell if there's anything there. I don't know, it's not an infrared, I don't think, it might be. So the light's actually on all the time, or the brain's inside, because there's a big circuit board the LEDs are arrayed on. It's a, I think would that be 12 LED array. And then it's got little battery warning LEDs on each side, 3 little fibre optic tubes. So it's quite clever, but if you just have it with the battery in, it runs it down. So I'm not too keen on that one. And then over here, I've got this thing that I've made up out of 2 railway lights, and these come in a kind of a one on top of the other tower. They're used for railway possessions. Again, I got this on eBay. You see them, they come up every once in a while. They're never very expensive if they come up on eBay, but let's try and put some power on this. Right way around, yeah, so there it is. And I've wired it up. It's meant to flash, that both are flashing one on top of the other. But what I've done is I've taken the flashing mechanism out of the one on the left, so it's just got a permanent light. And you don't get much of an impact of it here. That's not flashing, that's just me with a poor connection on the battery. But in the night time it's actually really quite bright, even just on a 6-volt lamp battery. What I'm thinking is I'll use down the battery because I've bought it now, but a little rechargeable lithium ion setup with a, like, it'll run on 12, it's meant to run on 12, but it'll run on 6, so I think, well, why would you waste your time carrying 2 batteries on a bicycle if it does adequately? My idea was that's about as wide as a pair of hips. So on a bicycle, that's about as wide as you can have without clattering off stuff. So I thought if I could find a way to mount that quite simply, even just with a little block of wood on the bottom and a bungee cord over the top on a carrier on the back of a bicycle, that would be more than adequate. But at the moment I've just got it with the wire hanging out. And I've blanked off, it would have yellow lenses on the other side, but I've blanked them off with just bits of plastic. That's what I've been messing around with at the moment. Haven't used that one in a while, because the bike that I have at the moment actually has built-in dynamo lights on it, so I don't really need to do anything with it. There's a Brot mower here that's been sat there for a while. It runs, but it only runs if you put petrol into the spark plug. It's probably got a 50-year-old engine. I think I've put new points and condenser on it, and a new carburetor, a new Chinese remade carburetor, and it will work. This one's one, it's got an Albion 3-speed and reverse gearbox. It's quite a nice one compared to the other one that I've put videos up of with the Honda engine. This one here, it haven't done any of the bearings or anything on it, but it has got its full set of flails. The other one's missing its end flails, which is a bit sad, really. Then the last thing I was doing today was working on a Miele dishwasher. The dishwasher that we normally use, the door fell down on it, clunk, flat on the floor. So I knew something was wrong with it. Inside there's a little piece of string like this that is connecting the door, a lever on the door to a spring, and this end of it frayed off and broke. So I replaced it, and I'll put a video of that up. It'll be up on a playlist called Dishwashers. Take a look at that playlist and you'll see it in there, but I won't release it for public view really for another couple of weeks. I've got a few videos queued up as usual, probably 10 or more, including a washing machine destruction video. So if you look in my washing machine destruction playlist, there's a video in there that you may not have seen. I think there's only 20 views or so at the moment, and it's been up for a week. So yeah, check through my playlists if there's something you're interested in, and subscribe to the playlist as well as my channel if you want to subscribe to my channel, because that way you'll get the videos you're interested in. So like, I've made a vacuum cleaner playlist, but I have to check it out a bit better because I've not put all my vacuum cleaner videos into it. Certainly have a washing machine filters playlist and loads of other playlists. Have a look at them if that's your thing and see what you like. Yeah, vacuum cleaners, the order of the day. Thanks for watching. See you later.